Indonesia is known for its natural beauty, lush forests, rich biodiversity, and vibrant city. But behind this beauty lies an invisible threat: air pollution.
Meski di akhir pekan, kualitas udara Jakarta yang diukur dari indeks kualitas udara menunjukkan tidak sehat untuk kelompok sensitif.
Air pollution occurs when harmful substances such as fine particulate matter, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen dioxide contaminate the air. In major Indonesian cities like Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bandung, air quality level often exceed safe limits. According to WHO, air pollution is defined as the contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that alter the natural characteristics of atmosphere. As Indonesia continues to develop economically, the demand for transportation, energy, and industrial production has increased significantly. Poor air quality increases the risk of respiratory and cardiovascular disease, particularly among children and elderly. It also damages ecosystem and contributes to climate change. Air pollution is not just an environmental issue, it's a shared responsibility. Protecting the air we breathe today ensures the healthier and more sustainable future for our future generations.
So the first factor is forest and peatland fires. So Indonesian forest and peatland fires are mostly caused by human activity, specifically the slash and burn practice used to clear land from palm oil and palm wood plantations. So during the dry season, this activity quickly spread across peat-rich regions in Sumatra and Kalimantan, releasing a massive amount of particulate matters, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide into the air. In 2015, Indonesia had about 4,700 active fires, generating around 18 million metric tons of carbon dioxide per day. So peatland fires are especially harmful as they store massive quantities of carbon which burn slowly and constantly, resulting in the ongoing pollution events. Meteorological conditions such as low wind speed and extended dryness enhance the speed and duration of fog. So the impact is Indonesian forest and peatland fires have a severe impact on human health as they release high level on fine particulate matters, carbon monoxide, and other harmful gases into the atmosphere. So according to the World Health Organization in 2016, this pollution can travel long distance, causing a widespread haze that affect millions of people across Southeast Asia. So prolonged exposure to PM can lead to serious respiratory illness, bronchitis, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease (COPD), while also increasing the risk of cardiovascular problems like heart attacks and strokes. So the World Bank in 2019 reported that high concentration of carbon monoxide reduced oxygen delivery into the body, resulting in fatigue, dizziness, and even poisoning in several cases. So in addition, the haze caused eye irritations, skin allergies, and psychological stress due to the prolonged confinement on indoors and poor visibility. Marley and colleagues in 2019 found that vulnerable groups such as children, pregnant women, and the elderly are at a greater risk in facing high rates of respiratory infection, low birth weights, and other long-term health complications.
Transportation is one of the main causes of air pollution in Indonesia. Rapid urbanization in cities like Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bandung has led to a sharp increase in the number of motor vehicles. As cities grow and people move around, vehicle emissions have become a major source of air pollution. The Ministry of Environmental Indonesia stated that emissions from motor vehicle exhaust contribute 42% to 57% of air pollution in Indonesia's major cities during the dry season. Jakarta in particular suffers from severe air pollution due to its dense population and heavy reliance on private vehicles. The growing number of cars and motorcycles release harmful exhaust gases and fine particles, which can damage both human health and the environment. Indonesia's transportation sector is dominated by a large and aging fleet of vehicles. These vehicles emit high levels of pollutants, including carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, hydrocarbons, sulfur oxides, and particulate matter. Road transportation alone produces about 91% of total greenhouse gas emissions, far more than air or marine transport. With so many vehicles on the road, traffic congestion worsens, which in turn increases fuel consumption and makes air pollution even more severe. Vehicle emissions from transportation in Indonesia have serious effects on air quality and the environment. The growth in the number of motor vehicles directly increases greenhouse gas emissions, especially carbon dioxide, which contributes to global warming and climate change. Pollutants such as PM2.5, nitrogen oxides, and ozone, mostly from diesel and gasoline vehicles, cause smoke and acid rain. During the dry season, this pollution worsens haze and reduces air quality. Burning fossil fuels like gasoline and diesel release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, including methane, nitrous oxide, and hydrofluorocarbons. The build-up of these gases traps heat in the atmosphere, causing the Earth's temperature to rise and leading to climate changes that we already beginning to experience. Overall, the rapid increase in vehicle use in Indonesia not only worsens air pollution but also accelerates global warming and climate changes, posing serious environmental challenges for the country. However, the problem does not end there. Indonesia's industrial sector has become one of the country's major contributors to air pollution. Rapid growth in manufacturing, cement production, coal-fired power generation, petrochemicals, mining, and also pulp and paper industries has significantly increased the release of harmful pollutants into the atmosphere. Across many industrial zones, factory continues to operate with outdated machinery and inefficient production processes. Weak environmental enforcement allows large quantities of sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, volatile organic compound, and fine particulate matter to be released into the air, often without effective monitoring or control. Coal remains in the dominant energy source for Indonesia power plant, accounting for roughly 35% of national carbon dioxide emission. This heavy reliance on coal intensifies air pollution while also accelerating greenhouse gas emission. Industrial cluster in regions such as West Java, Bastan, and East Kalimantan has become pollution hotspots. In this area, dense concentration of factories and limited regulatory oversight has resulted in persistently hazardous air quality, placing nearby communities at constant risk. While industrial growth fuels the economy, the pollution it produces carries costs that are often hidden but significant. Poor air quality increases healthcare spending and reduces worker productivity due to pollution-related illness and absenteeism. These hidden costs weaken the overall efficiency of economic growth. According to World Bank, healthcare expenses and productivity losses linked to air pollution exceed $5 billion annually. These losses place long-term pressure on public finance and slow national development. Industrial emissions also affect another economic sectors. Acid rain damage crops, reduce soil fertility, and contaminates water sources, leading to lower agricultural yield and income losses for farmers. Infrastructure and building are also degraded, increasing maintenance and repair costs. At the national level, rising industrial emissions undermine Indonesia's commitment under the Paris Agreement. This may limit access to green investment and international climate financing, further affecting economic growth.
I will present the suggestion to address forest and peatland fires in Indonesia, focusing on three key areas: strengthening enforcement and policy, promoting sustainable agriculture, and peatland restoration and water management. Strengthening enforcement and policy is essential. Indonesia has improved efforts to control illegal land clearing through satellite monitoring, hotspot detection, and cooperation under the ASEAN Agreement on Transboundary Haze Pollution. Secretary 2031 notes that enforcement now involves better coordination between agencies such as Ministry of Environment and Forestry and BMKG, supported by modern technology. However, enforcement at the local level remains weak due to the limited capacity and poor coordination. Therefore, stronger local enforcement and inter-agency cooperation are needed. Second, promoting sustainable agriculture is crucial. Many fires are linked to the agriculture expansion, especially oil palm farming. Slash and burn practice are still used because they are cheap and fast. According to Pamudia 2022, highlights that zero burning methods and sustainability certification like ASPO and RSPO can reduce fire risk. Financial incentives, training, and community monitoring can help smallholders adopt safer practices. Finally, peatland restoration and water management play a key role in fire prevention. Peatlands are highly flammable when drained. According to Taufik ETL 2023, found that rewetting peatlands through canal blocking reduced extreme fires by about 40%. In Lewitis, the Peatland and Mangrove Restoration Agency applies the 3R approach, which are rewetting, revegetation, and revitalization, which also supports community livelihoods. In conclusion, reducing forest and peatland fires require a strong enforcement, sustainable agriculture, and long-term peatland restoration with community involvement.
Next, one effective policy solution to address air pollution from the transportation sector in Indonesia is the vehicle emission tax. It is supported by national environmental framework such as Law Number 32 of 2009 and Government Regulation Number 46 of 2017, which encourage the use of economic instruments to protect environmental quality. Under a vehicle emission tax system, vehicles that produce high levels of emissions are required to pay higher taxes, while cleaner and well-maintained vehicles pay lower rates. The tax structure can also differ based on fuel type. where diesel fuel vehicles are charged more compared to gasoline fuel vehicles due to their higher emission levels. By introducing this tax, vehicle owners are encouraged to maintain their vehicle responsibly, reduce unnecessary usage, and gradually shift towards cleaner transportation options. At the same time, revenue collected from the vehicle emission tax can be reinvested to improve public transportation system and strengthen air quality management. Overall, the vehicle emission tax is a targeted and practical policy measure. It delivers a clear message that environmental responsibility is shared while supporting sustainable development and long-term air quality improvement. Besides vehicles, industrial activities are another major source of air pollution. So, reducing industrial emission is the next important step. Industrial activities play a significant role in air pollution, particularly in major urban and industrial areas such as Jakarta. Many industries continue to operate using coal-fired boilers and outdated technologies, which contribute to poor air quality. To address this issue, governments have introduced environmental regulations and emission standards that require industry to limit the amount of pollutants released into the air. These policies encourage industry to adopt cleaner production methods and reduce their environmental impact. One key approach promoted under this policy is the transition from coal-based industrial system to cleaner technologies. This includes switching to cleaner fuels, electrification, and the use of more energy-efficient systems. Such measures help industry operate more sustainably while reducing harmful emissions. In addition, regulations also require industry to install emission control systems such as filters and pollution control equipment. These systems are designed to capture pollutants before they are released into the atmosphere and especially important for high-emitting industry.
Environmental problems such as air pollution are closely linked to economic activities and human behavior. Addressing these challenges require effective policies and shared responsibility. One important lesson learned is that economic instruments can support environmental sustainability. Market-based tools such as emission tax and incentive help reduce pollution by incorporating environmental costs into economic activities. Vehicle emission tax encourage industry and individuals to adopt cleaner technologies. Revenue from this tax can be reinvested into public health, green transportation, and air quality monitoring, showing that economic growth and environmental protection can work together. Environmental protection cannot rely on government action alone. Effective management requires collaboration between government, industries, communities, and NGOs. Consistent monitoring, strong enforcement, and community engagement are essential to reducing pollution effectively. In Riau Province, cooperation between government agencies and local communities reduced extreme fire incidents by nearly 14%. This shows that shared responsibilities leads to long-term environmental protection.
In conclusion, air pollution in Indonesia is mainly caused by human activities such as forest burning, vehicle emissions, and industrial pollution. This problem affects millions of people and can cause serious health issues. Peatland fires are one of the biggest contributors, creating haze and releasing harmful gases into the air. Although this issue is serious, the government has started taking action through peatland restoration and cleaner policies. To solve air pollution, strong enforcement, public awareness, and cooperation between the government, industries, and communities are needed. By balancing development and environmental responsibility, Indonesia can achieve a cleaner and healthier future. Clean air is everyone's responsibility, and the actions they take today will determine the quality of life for the future generations.